Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent, Holy Community, Oceania Hundoke with Reverend Yutaka Yamada and everyone here. Today is Saturday, the 28th of August or the 21st of July in the 9th year of Chongyal Guk. So let's begin as always with a bow to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Chariot, Kyombe, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가전맨세 6. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 전을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 6. Our family, the owner of Chongyal Guk, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the Heavenly Parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. I'd like to ask Chris Bruce if you could offer the opening prayer today. Thank you.
Please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parent, we invite you to join us this morning. Just a few people in this region connecting to our true parents, and through our desire to live public life, we hope we can affect our environment as we turn our true parents' words into action. We know we have to do much more. We want to connect in every way we can, be with you, bring you into our life more and more every day as all our brothers and sisters are realizing we need to change ourselves to become aligned with this new world and the new vision that our true parents have and our true mother is realizing on this earth at this time. Really, Father, for all these years we've been waiting, and now we see the change coming, and as usual, in the turmoil of this world is where you live, where you work, where you reveal who you are to everyone. So thank you so much for all you're doing. We're seeing miracles. Even though the world is struggling against change, we see it changing. So grateful to you, grateful to our ancestors who are helping us every day. So we want to create the environment in our mind and heart and our physical communities where our ancestors can dwell, where good people can respond. Thank you now, in the name of Chris and Debbie Bruce and Bruce family.
Thank you, everyone. And let's give a warm welcome to Reverend Yutaka as he shares with us this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, our brothers and sisters. Welcome for our morning Hundoke in Oceania. We are grateful to meet everyone in every morning. Let's also offer our sincere devotion and heart and prayer for our Heavenly Parents and true parents. So today is already Saturday. Really, the week is going by so fast. Every time I'm greeting the beginning of the week, but already end of the week. Really, every moment, very grateful. So we are creating the day together with our Heavenly Parents and true parents. So True Mother is showing the vision and describing the what kind of world and what kind of things we should create and we are going to. We have final vision and what we can see the ideal world and the original nation and original world. This is actually great things. We can see the goal, meaning is already we could fulfill the half of the way. How we can see, describe this ideal relationship, ideal family, ideal society, ideal nation, and ideal world. So in order to fulfill that, Mother is really leading the all providence in the front line toward 2022 and 2027. So we can see and connect with Mother's heart. Today also many kind of program happen. So first there is the Chombo family victory testimony conference organized by international headquarters. So how to fulfill Heavenly Tribal Messiah and Chombo victors. So originally, each family, each Heavenly Tribal Messiah victor in the world, they gathered together to share the testimony. But I'm not sure this time because in Korea also there are many kind of COVID cases. Of course, it's not easy to gather the participant in Korea, but in the same time, even they try to organize the online event. But in order to operate the online event, they need to have many staff in one place. That's why even staff cannot gather one place. That meaning is it's not easy to organize many international event. That's why I heard from today and tomorrow, originally IHQ are preparing about a Chombo testimony conference on live, but they are preparing some video message and testimony and share together. And they are preparing those conference through Peace Link. So I think not only leaders, also our various families who are really can join, they maybe can watch together. So this is almost whole day from maybe 11 a.m. from Korean time, I think, until 6 p.m. So if you are free, please also join and you can watch together. So to become the Chombo victor and Chombo family is our three parents' cherished hope and also our way. So we can learn together. So this is today. And also this evening in Asian Pacific region 2, Asian Pacific 2 region, there is a unified youth service. So beyond the region, beyond the sub-region, is all Asian Pacific second gen or third gen gathered together, and they're preparing now about unified service. So every month, each nation or each sub-region is take responsibility and to organizing this youth service. So this time Malaysia is the one who organized this service, and another nation cooperate together to do the unified youth service. So our grateful things, our community is unity beyond the nation, beyond the nationality, beyond the culture or races, even beyond the region. All our Asian Pacific too, and also even also Asian Pacific or world level, our community of second generation, third generation of breast children, those culture is really great. How we can have the heart of filial piety to true mother and our heavenly parents. So this evening, there is also unified service. And I think next month, Oceania is the one who organized this unified service of our second generation or breast children. So we could support and we could also encourage those our young generation together. So filial piety. What is a filial piety? Last session, we discussed about filial piety. What is the filial child? To be a filial child is not to be told what to do by own parents, but rather filial child is the one who understands the feeling and wishes of own parents. So even if your parents don't tell you, you must realize them and fulfill that. That is the filial child. And this is the attitude of filial child. So our all second generation, our young people, understand the parents' wish and parents' hope, even they don't tell you directly, and how can give the happiness and give the vision and hope to our parents. So beyond our nation and world, we will cooperate together, support together, and in each field, we will become the specialist and expertise, and we will fulfill the dream and hope of God and hope of our true parents. So we could see there are many kind of providential event happened. We cooperate together and to fulfill, support this. So today also let's read our Mother of Peace through Mother's autobiography. Yesterday, Mother shared about the story which Mother spent with father. Even through father and through mother, through parents' life was so busy. But in the small moment to have a meal together with through father, smile together and chat together with through father, those short moments, those small moment is actually happy moment and joyful moment. That's why mother shared her heart and memory with true father. And in the same time, mother really appreciate and mother really hope and happy to have a time with children, our blessed family and our brothers and sisters, to have a meal together, to spend time together, to talk, meet, and share the heart. So mother tried to have a time with us. And even through mother investing, but could not have the personal time in person to have all brothers and sisters in the world. That's why even mother tried to do and investing, spending time, and mother felt always so sorry, and also the heart, she could not invest enough. This is really the mother's heart and mother's 심정. Yesterday, our Mrs. Suji also shared her testimony, how much grateful our own spiritual children is growing up. They are joining, eat together, spend the time, and let them go to the blessing ceremony. So wishing their happiness, wishing their growing, and wishing their joyfulness. This is our Heavenly Parents' heart and true parents' heart. So when we see our spiritual children, even physical children, we could understand the parents' heart to miss, to spend time with our children and their growing period and their future happiness. Parents wish always. And also mother mentioned about Africa. Mother went to Africa and organized the African conference. We watched the video. So today also continue our contents. When it was time for lunch, Prophet Hadebe sat across the table from me. The truth is that the normally would not have taken lunch on that day. It was December 5, very important day for him spiritually. He told me that on that day each year, he goes to a special mountain and offers devotions. December 5, 2013 was the day that Nelson Mandela, one of the most respected figures in the Republic of South Africa and throughout the world, passed away. So mother is mentioning about Prophet Hadebe. So mother visited to the all over the world, and when she delivered the message and heavenly will testify our heavenly parents, there is some person who are standing in front of True Mother to have a reciprocal relationship and to have an object partner. So finding that person is really how much important. And also as the person who receive directly to True Mother and support and attend True Mother and testify True Mother, those things, do you think it's easy things for them or not? So who is Prophet Hadebe? So December 5th is the special day for him and even for the nation. He is as the prophet. Every year on that day, went to the mountain and offer chansong. And that day, it was the day that Nelson Mandela, one of the most respected figure in the Republic of South Africa and throughout the world, passed away. So Prophet Hadebe, actually before the Nelson Mandela passed away, he is the one who prophecy about passing away of Nelson Mandela. That's why African people were so amazed and really respect this person, the Prophet Hadebe. So Mother is sharing that Prophet Hadebe had publicly prophesied that December 5 would be the day of the president's passing. Many were amazed when his prophecy was realized. Moreover, on that day, a boy filled with the Holy Spirit testified in a heavenly language that Prophet Hadebe is the leader who will liberate South Africa. And then carved up a lion's tooth and presented it to the prophet. The story is legendary throughout South Africa. That is why on this day each year, Prophet Hadebe, he gone up to the mountain to offer gratitude for the heavenly mission given to him and to renew his determination to accomplish it. That's why surrounding of Prophet Hadebe, there are many kind of miracle also, and many things happen. That's why he himself also always try to be humble and offer the gratitude and chanson devotion in front of heaven and appreciate. So every time this Prophet Hadebe is offering a chanson. So even that kind of important day, because every year, I think before Nelson Mandela's passing, meaning is already from long time ago, Prophet Hadebe offered chanson seriously, continuously. But that day, instead of going to offer the time by himself, he spent the time with True Mother and share the heart and also those memories. So Mother also appreciate and True Mother also grateful to Prophet Hadebe, and she loved him so much as her sons. So we could see our righteous person, where righteous person is prepared by heavenly parents and where righteous person is waiting for us. He felt that it was a most auspicious day for the True Mother to arrive. Despite his commitment to his prayer, he had come down from the mountain to welcome me. Food is love, and to show my appreciation, I served him a bowl of warm Korean noodle sitting across from each other. I expressed the love between a mother and son whom heaven had brought together. He went back up the mountain after lunch to continue his devotion with a life or death resolution for the success of our December 7th event. So he really spent the time. So yesterday we watched a video of the South Africa program. Do you remember the Prophet Hadebe to welcome True Mother with big smile and offer one bouquet to True Mother? So we could see that he is the famous figure and strong, some kind of the higher position in the nation of South Africa, because all South African people is respecting him and also following him. And under him, he have also the big congregation in his churches. So those person come to True Mother and support and following and testify True Mother. This is grateful things. And True Mother organized the continental level blessing in South Africa. So main congregation is from his churches. So he organized, I think, 200,000 blessing ceremony, right? So all people gathered together to testify True Mother is the begotten daughter. True Mother is the true parents and also the daughter of the heaven. So these things as the center of figure to follow directly to True Mother, even not easy things but he is the one fulfill his role and his mission. That's why True Mother really embrace, appreciate, and always happy. So already we could listen many times our Prophet Hadebe's testimony. Almost every event he joined and he give the congratulatory message. So that much he is really doing well. So even blessing day, there are big raining, but raining is blessing. They are happily accepted, enjoying the blessing. When Prophet Hadebe came to Korea in 2019 to attend the 7th anniversary of True Father's Holy Ascension, he offered special devotion on the top of Paluan Mountain. At the time, our Secretary General, Dr. Yoon Yong-ho, with whom Prophet Hadebe had become swan brothers through me, taught him how to use chopsticks. So now he did quite well using them to eat the noodles. Prophet Hadebe's appreciation of Korean culture was another expression of his love and respect for me, his true mother. So later, 2019, Prophet Hadebe came to Korea and mother welcomed him well. And our Dr. Yoon also welcomed him well as the brothers. So when mother shared those stories about Prophet Hadebe, really we could see already there is no kind of the artistic boundary, like really own child and own family, spending some kind of family time together. This is the heart of true mother. Not only this Prophet Hadebe, she feel and she want to treat and she are loving even any kind of person as true mother's son and true mother's daughter. Whenever we go to Korea and whenever true mother come to us, mother wish to meet each of us and mother really want to have a time in person to each of us. So continuously, mother is visiting, embracing, and showing who is true mother, who is true parents. We could learn and we could feel true mother's heart and attitude. True father also same. So we are going to the same way. How we can also the true parents. When we meet the people, do we have a same heart? We miss that person, we really love, we want to spend that person forever, continuously together. Do we have those kind of heart? So each of us, we should go to become the true parents to our brothers and sisters, to family members, in our relatives, and also in the society. So mother is showing those heart to our Prophet Hadebe, but this is not only talking to our Prophet Hadebe. Mother is sharing her heart through him, through relationship with him, and she is sharing the heart to our all brothers and sisters. So we continue to the next chapter. The path of mutual prosperity. There is a narrow path deep in a forest, barely wide enough for one person to walk along. The one who creates that path sweats profusely, with hands getting scratched while cutting away branches. Thanks to that person, those who come after can walk along the path in comfort. We need to be deeply grateful for the hard work of that first person and endeavor to make the path wider and more even. So making the new way a new road is not simple things. Have you experienced to make a new road in the mountain? If we don't go to the mountain long time, we could not find the way. Only just a bush or a tree. We could not see the trail even when we try to go to the mountain. If person never passed that way, we could not see the way. So the first person have to go to the hard way to cutting grass and open the gate and open the road. I'm not sure in our nation. How about your nation? There is a good mountain or good nature with, I think if good mountain, then already there is good road, good path. When I went to, where is that? I think Melbourne or some Sydney, some British family guided us to the mountain. But Australia mountain, major mountain already, the path or road is so much prepared well and easy to go to the top of the mountain, I think. So, but in the beginning, first person to create the road to the mountain or create the way in the bush, first person is not easy things. And also creating the history is same. So mother is talking about the one who creates the past sweat prophecy with hand getting scattered while cutting away branches. So thank to the person. Those who come after can walk along the path in comfort. We need to be deeply grateful for the hard work of that first person and endeavor to make the path wider and more even because of elders, because of senior, because of our ancestor or first person's effort, sacrifice, and chanson, we could go this way. Our providential history, the restoration history, and also because of our heavenly parents and true parents' effort and creating the way. That's why our next generation is easy to go the same way and the similar path. A path through people is harder to create than a path through a forest. Unlike trees that give way to the hatchet, people have their own will. And when something goes against their will, people cross their hearts. I shed sweat and tears trying to open hearts and connect people as one family. I pioneered a path no woman has ever walked and embraced the world's people in the most precious place. I quietly practiced true love for human salvation and world peace in situations from which anyone else would have run away. My forgiveness and embrace have moved enemies to tears. So mother is talking to open the way in the nature. This is actually it's possible, but the path through people is harder to create than a path through a forest. When we see our true parents' life course, restoration of the history, meaning is to create the way, not in the nature, creating the way among the people, to make a relationship, to restore one person. This restoring process, loving one person, this process itself is actually really hard things and really investing a lot. And mother is leading the providence. We are listening, we are following true mother, we are listening to parents. Whatever true mother say, whatever true father say, we accept well, unite together, we are going together with true parents. So even recently, mother is proclaiming the 2022 vision, 2027 vision, heavenly unified Korea, heavenly unified world. Mother is proclaimed, we are uniting, we are going together. Following things, of course, even following itself is not easy, but following things still can do. But can you imagine the person is creating, showing the way, leading the group? This position itself is not really easy things. When true father as the public figure from 1945 and also after holy wedding with true mother from 1960, almost to the parents' course of life is the new life. Cannot see the future, cannot see the way, cannot see the past, but every moment creating from family level, creating from tribal level, continuously creating the new way with sincere, Johnson, serious indemnity condition. When we see our true parents' life, we didn't not think so much because through father, because through mother, they could show the vision, they could show the way. That's why they could open the gate. But when we see our true parents' life, in order to go to the next step, actually seriously offer himself without sleeping from early day until the late night, continuously offer the serious Johnson condition and asking God, what is the next way? What is your will? How we should fulfill in this place? Continuously offering and fighting with Satan and proclaim and overcoming and gain the victory step by step. When we see True Parents Life course, we could see each 7-year course, each 21 years course, even offer own children to heaven and spiritual world, continuously creating the new road and new way. That's why the first person to create the way is not simple things. And now, after 2013, opened the era of Cheonilguk, and after 2020, we could feel also era was totally changed. But in order for us, in order for people to come this position, we should not forget our first person's effort and investment. How much our two parents sacrifice and create the way, and also our senior verse family and all our brothers and sisters, our elders' investment and first person's effort and sacrifice were there. So mother is mentioning those hard, how much first person is not difficult, even creating way together. And even through mother as the woman, also she received many kind of prejudice or concept about women. Father could fulfill as the Messiah, but when mother stood in front of us as the leader, many people say, as a woman, how she could do, how she could fulfill, how she could lead instead of through father. So mother herself also pioneer the way as the woman. Now we have ushered in the springtime of the Providence. Spring is the busiest time for farmers. They must do their utmost to ensure an abundant harvest in the fall. In this providential spring, we need to construct the original world that got planned to realize from the beginning. We can receive the marriage blessing and share it with our family and tribe. Then we can work together as veritable messiahs to transform our nation, such is heaven's decree. So now is the springtime. We could see many possibility and many potential. Looks like same, but totally the era before and after, before 2013 or before indemnity era and current era, actually atmosphere, spiritually, physically, there are many kinds of changing we could find. So now is the springtime. Whatever we do, we proclaim, we determine everything is possible more than before. So mother is encouraging us. Now is the time. Very beautiful moment. We can create, we can open the way. So there are many kind of providential event is going on September 12th. Also, 7th Rally of Hope, already top level of the top VIP of the world, joining together to testify, true mother. So one by one, we could see even society and national level to accept and understand the meaning of our true parents' investment and our heavenly parents' will. Even there are many kind of serious or problematic things in the society and world. That's why people is seeking the hope, and true parents showing and heavenly parents showing us. So we will unite together, continuously share the hope, blessing the people, and offer the victory and happiness to our heavenly parents and true parents. So today we share about the first person pioneering and mother's investment, and our prophet Hadbe, the righteous person. So continuously we will inherit our mother heart and share our blessing. So once again, I appreciate everyone to join this morning Hondoke together. Today is Saturday. Let's prepare well for new Sunday. Thank you much once again. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Reverend Yutaka, as always, really bringing our true parents' words to life and helping us to understand more clearly about our true parents' heart and love, and about our heavenly parents' heart and love. I was thinking about to be grateful for the first person who paves the trail. In English, there's a term, we say trailblazer is the person out front who's doing all the hard work and everyone's behind. And that statement about it's easy to trailblaze through an environment, through the jungle, but it's very hard to trailblaze through people. And that sort of concept sort of stuck to me, that idea of trailblazing through people, because people, as Mother said, have their own free will. We all have our own will, and you can't just get a machete or a hatchet, as she said, and just cut through people to create a path. You have to do something totally different. And basically that Mother says is she talks about forgiveness and embrace, but basically saying forgive, love, and unite. That is the way. And she said basically she showed, she forgave the embracement, and then the enemies came to tears. And so that basically they voluntarily surrendered to a greater love. And so we should recognize and understand for those trailblazers. And talked about Nelson Mandela and that special day and doing those devotions, and so how much Prophet Habibi is doing a devotion on that December 5th because of that prophet or that story of the lion's tooth that helped him to take that position and go forward. So much more I was thinking we should be thinking about the day when Father accepted his mission as on Easter morning, having Jesus come and say, I need you to do this, to be the trailblazer for humanity, that we can really go that way. And then there at the end, Mother is saying, well, now you have the blessing, you can join together with me and be messiahs, to be real messiahs, veritable Messiah. Veritable means unquestionable, real, a genuine Messiah. So we should think that the power of the blessing has given us the ability, or in a way, the commission to do what our true parents have done, because people blaze a trail for others to walk in and to continue on with. And so, our true parents, the first blessing and then we're the subsequent blessing. So we need to continue trailblazing. And the way to do that is to follow, the way of love, which is forgive, love, unite, and embrace people. So I was thinking, wow, appreciate more the value of our true parents for what they've done, and also walk that same trail to be able to make it wider. And Father's talking about an international highway, that everyone drives on, and that comes on the effort of everyone else that follows the trail. So I was having those sorts of reflections and thoughts this morning. Thank you, Reverend Yutaka, and thank you, everyone. Thank you. Who else would like to share? Yes, Greg, go ahead.
About 4 or 5 years ago in Korea, we had a conference. I think it was in the is one of the five-star hotels in Korea, Lotte Hotel. And in the mornings you can go, if you're in the hotel, you can go to the gym. So I went to the gym, and I was just doing some exercises, and this man from Africa was there, and I just looked over. He was fairly young, and so I said, "Hi, you're come to the conference, have you?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, yeah." And where are you from? He said, "Oh, I'm a prophet." He said, "I'm a prophet." I said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "Yeah, my grandfather and my father were prophets, and I've inherited this position as a prophet, and I received prophecies from heaven." So it was actually Prophet Radebe. It was about 4 or 5 years ago. That was a bit before he became very prominent, and everybody recognized him. But he was, I just impressed as a very humble and beautiful man, just very humble and honest, and very friendly. Anyway, just a comment about him. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that your hand there, Chris? Yep. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I just thought it was quite extraordinary, the success of him being humble enough to accept True Mother in a position of such prominence. Many people have failed that position in the past, so really grateful that he is a really humble person and was able to see that Mother is on a scale even higher than him. That was extraordinary. So I just thought that was good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yes, Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, of course, I, like some others, I keep an eye on what's happening in Africa, and I also went to South Africa when Two Parents came many years ago, and to an event in Johannesburg. It's a great difficulty for Two Parents who were flying all over Africa at the time in a small plane, and had to land somewhere in some airport around Johannesburg. It was not easy to bring Two Parents into South Africa, into Johannesburg, for this conference that we'd all gone down, many of us from Zambia, to help organize. It was one of my close experiences with Two Parents. We had pledge in the morning, and at that time, some of you elders may remember, we had offering of each one representing a different faith. And so at that time I was asked to, in front of Two Parents, to offer up representing Islam. Very unusual experience. So I gave a bow to Two Parents at that time in that small environment. I also, with one close missionary, Robert Williamson, that I worked with for many years in Zambia, later on became emissary in South Africa. and also met Prophet Radebe many times in conferences and events. He said that there are other also quite strong prophets in South Africa. There's almost 60 million people in South Africa. They have very strong faith, African people. So there are other very strong movements in Africa. So he is one of them. And also he received revelations like he himself, felt he was the one, and that he has a bit of a unique spiritual understanding about African people and their responsibility. And of course, he had that same messianic belief in himself. And so, however, amazingly, he really somehow respects Korean people and their incredible foundation that True Parents have. So it's like, according to Robert Williamson, who I talked to about Radebe, who he often had meals with and shared with him, the efforts to educate him is ongoing, so he can fulfill that incredible mission. I've been online listening to Radebe's services as well. Sometimes he has an online service to hear what he's talking about. So yeah, anyway, that's an interesting providence for Africa and our movement. So needs a lot of prayer and many things to support this providence. Anyway, just a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah. Go ahead, Reverend Seti. I can see your hand up.
Good morning, everyone. No, just like Chris, I was thinking about the prophet there when Mother came. He had some special condition. Was it fasting, or I forgot? But he stopped that particular condition in order to fulfill what Mother wanted, and he came down and was with True Mother. That's the other thing I was thinking about while Reverend Yutaka was talking. That this is the time for such John the Baptist figures who, despite whatever merit or authority they have, but to be able to be willing to meet True Mother. That's the ideal scenario. Thank you. That was all.
Thank you, Reverend Seti. Thank you. We've got time for a couple of more people. So, yes, Mary, go ahead.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, when Mother was talking about cutting a path through the forest, my mind went back to the Solomon Islands in 1980. I went to New Georgia, which is one of the islands to the west of Guadalcanal. Went by a cargo boat, slept on the deck. I think there was only 2 white people. There were 2 missionaries on the boat. But there was a mountain in New Georgia, and apparently, I don't know what, I can't remember why I was motivated to climb to the top, but I needed a guide. So anyway, had this guy, the guy had a machete, and we climbed the mountain. He had to cut through the vines to get to the top. And I'll never forget the water. Like, there was a stream of water flowing down the mountain, and we actually drank that water. And it was like the best water I'd ever had in my entire life. It was just so pure and fresh and clean. And when we got to the top of that mountain, there was a circle of stones. And there was no, he said there was no stones like that in the Solomon Islands. So it must have been some sacred site. I'm not sure, but there was no explanation as to how they got there or why. But anyway, I just wanted to share that little story. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Wright, go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you today. And it's English word veritable Messiah. And well, I first time heard this veritable, this spell. And so the mother, after blessing father, 17 years old, had a meal with father, and incredible, joyful, the happy time. And when we see mother see father eyes, really, it's a tearful love. And, so it's a many years, many times, father mother spent that incredible time. I think father love mother received all of true love. And I think after 30 years, 40 years, mother really received but also served the father. This is one of the most important area we inspire us. But also mother is the other side of its mother's mission. She, realized that she built up. Then this kind of veritable Messiah. Actually, not only she thinks, she showed example, went to Africa, and Radebe really embraced not only idea, and she had that kind of quality. Sometimes we say something, but I find out it's don't have that kind of inside of the heart. But so they, she said, I, quietly practice true love for human salvation and world peace in a situation which anyone else would have run away. And I think it's an incredible mother quality life, and as a true mother, true mother peace. And I think it's really substantially she built up, she has that quality. And so what happened to me, that is one of the, deep repentance, it's a prayer.
Yes, Reverend. He's frozen again, but that's okay. I think he was near the end. We actually near the end of our time, but we have two people with their hands up. So just quickly or concisely. So first, Reverend Arnold, and then Steve. Go ahead.
It is really.
He's back. Oh.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, I was just reflecting about Prophet Radebe, and also yesterday the school commemorate True Parents Holy Ascension. They held a program yesterday, kind of like just a celebrative program where they invite me to read Father's like I took a reading from True Mother's Memoir. At the beginning of True Mother's Memoir, True Mother talk about the last few days of True Father with her at the palace and during his hospitalization. And an inspiring thing about yesterday's program was one of the staff was so moved. She was crying during the program. It's a very brief program. We had a kind of like an assembly where all the students they sang the national anthem and the Channel Book anthem, and they invite me for the speech. And so I just read True Mother's memo about True Father's life, the ending time before he passed on. So it was moving. I reflect on True Father's life during that reading, and the staff, they came to know about how True Father, before he passed on, they all moved like he still, even he was with a tank, oxygen tank, he's still moving around. And that is like the inspiring part. And yeah, we just like feed them with the ice cream yesterday during their event, and they were very happy. Even the students were very happy. And yeah, that was like the first ever event we had, like in a little bit big scale, to commemorate True Father's Sungwa Holy Ascension. So yeah, the school put that holiday, True Father Sungwa, as one of the school holiday, and they will celebrate the event, the True Father Sungwa, every year. So I think that's my reflection from yesterday's program here. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Reverend Arnold. Okay, Steve, last person for today. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I just wanted to reflect briefly about my experience in Changpyeong with 3 African leaders. These were really tall, handsome, stately men. I just was so struck by them. I went up and I said, "Hello, who are you? Who are you 3?" And they said, "We're from Africa, and we are leaders of our respective countries." And I said, "Wow, you're so amazing. You're tall and handsome, and you have such composure. And I'm so impressed. I've been watching you the last 10 or 15 minutes. I just wanted to meet you." And I walked away from that meeting of maybe 3 or 5 minutes, and I was thinking to myself very strongly that this is why Satan pushed this continent down. That there are men, stately men like this, who love God, and that carry such power and intestinal fortitude. And now, true parents have released the power of Africa to these great men and women that will emerge and lead the world. I just felt so strongly that God had allowed the indemnification process to take place in such a way that these men of valor could stand up. And then when I saw the 200,000 people in that stadium and Redebe, and felt the energy and the love and the welcome of True Mother, I could just feel that Heavenly Africa will emerge in the future as a powerful nation for God. And I was reminded of my meeting with these 3 young men who just really impressed my spirit. So I thought I'd share that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everyone. Now it's time for us to share together our unison prayer. So I'll just share the screen. Let's begin. Aju, Aju, Aju. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day and enjoy the day with your family. And
Take
see you
care.
tomorrow.
And you too, John.
Thank
Have
you.
a pleasant day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.